On today's episode of the Command Center podcast, it's who now? David Blough.
Blau!
And then in our DC search, what makes DC an attractive landing spot?
We are 10.
We are a 10. That's exactly right. And would you rather? Fred wants it all. It all starts right now.
But code.
Welcome to the Command Center podcast. I'm Logan Paulson here with Fred Smoot and Santana Moss.
It is I.
And as always, we're presented by Big Bear AI, mission-ready AI for our rapidly evolving world. And we are in the Big Bear AI Command Center studio.
The bear.
And Tana, this is the...
What, man?
I love it, man. I love it.
What?
I know, no, just
You had to make it cool. Give me some lingo.
Yeah, give us some...
We in the bear.
The Bear.
Yep.
So this is, Tana, I want to talk this over with you guys.
Yeah.
Because this is the last show we're going to do before the
National
college national championship.
Mm-hmm.
And
I threw it up one time. I tried to go. They turned it down.
And I don't know if I told you this, but my dad called me this weekend.
All right. What'd he say?
And he was like, hey, did Fred go to Ole Miss? And I was like, no, I went to Mississippi State. He's like, he was pulling awfully hard for Ole Miss in that last show. And I was like, hey, Dad, Fred's just a hater.
Just a hater.
Just a hater.
I'm not a hater.
He can't see Tana having nice stuff.
He came way to DC Prime. I invited him to DC Prime, and he come there and sit next to me, and I just felt like the whole whatever he had with him came with him because the game wasn't going my way for a moment. I was like, oh, and he just Ole Miss this, Ole Miss that, or you know Ole Miss this, or you know I got my daughter at Ole Miss. And I'm like, bro,
Did he really?
Bro, he sat there and talked so much about Ole Miss.
I had to pull for the last
And then he
SEC
found
team.
himself up out of there. You know how he does one of those leave and you don't know he gone?
The old Irish
And then
goodbye.
then I'm like, yes, I'm glad that Sluck Rock guy out of here. Motherfucking bad luck, Sluck Rock.
I had to pull for the last existing SEC
No,
team.
dog, you just got hate in the
hater,
heart,
bro.
man.
No, I'm a lover, not a hater. No.
In this case, you're a hater.
Come on, man. All right, if it was the last,
I don't
I
care.
don't even know what division y'all in. Big Twin team?
Big Ten.
Y'all, you would have pulled for 'em.
I'm pulling from Miami.
You ain't pulled for the Eagles the other day when they was playing against, they were the last NFC East team.
I don't pull for the Eagles at no point in time.
I know, but here you are, Mississippi
That's what I'm
State.
saying.
And then I was talking about like your mom said you could never go to Ole Miss because it's got
But
this
now you
reputation.
pulling
Now
for-
it's like, let's go Ole Miss.
By G. Willikers. Yeah, I'm pulling for 'em. Last SEC team alive. I had no other choice but to pull for 'em. And I got to say this. I do love the story of Trinidad Chambliss.
It's a good story.
And I think he's a Timu. No, listen to me. Listen to me. I think he's a Timu Caleb Williams.
I think he got a little more. I think he got a little something different in him. Caleb is, I think he has a little different edge to him than Caleb.
Yeah, but he got that gamer in him.
Yeah.
So I just, I want the last SEC team, man. It's been 3 years since we've been in the national championship. 3 years.
Yeah.
I had to pull for Ole
It's
Miss.
over for SEC because
No,
now
it ain't.
everybody can pay people now. So y'all not the only,
Shut up.
You know what I'm saying?
ain't got
Like,
nothing to say about
But
it.
we were talking about this earlier, and
The
I was like, now that
plan-
everyone's paying the teams, like
it's level now. The playing field is
Oh,
level.
no, we back. We gonna be all right. We just got to stop eating each other alive. You know what I'm saying? We need a team to be on that pedestal.
sure.
We have 5 teams in the playoff. That's all.
Who's in the last 2 games? So is there an SEC or I'm confused? Is there one of those
Texas
teams?
A&M.
Well, we
Texas A&M.
got cheated. Ole Miss got cheated. We by Miami.
By what happened?
Boy, please.
See, look at this man.
Boy, please.
No, like, did
I
it?
happened?
don't believe that.
Huh?
What happened? How
You
they
see
get
that
cheated?
referee get in the way?
No, I missed that one.
I'm just telling you, man. Sometimes you need to watch the game a little closer. All right?
Just
If you
locked
watched
in.
the game a little closer, you would have saw that the same hit that Miami guy took in the first quarter, the first drive, and they said Ole Miss guy didn't target. We did that, and then they kicked our guy out of the game.
He
So
got
if
it.
you want to be technical,
He
there's
got
a lot of-
everything
you're
he
right, there's a lot of
deserved.
cheating going on. You
He
see what
got
I'm saying?
everything he deserved. You
If
shouldn't
wanna
be hitting that guy
technical-
like that.
I know what I know what he want to talk about. He want to talk about the pass interference at the end of the game, which that was a pass interference. I would have told you
But
the pass
I'm not-
interference.
you're not
But
gonna
that was
make that
2
call.
pass interferences that our receivers took that they didn't even call. Blind eye. Stevie Wonder was out there.
All I know, y'all pushed that man out there the end zone.
Hey.
That's what I saw.
All I know is they've been there before. We got a pass interference that we didn't do, and they took a championship from us. So they was just paying us back. Say, hey, man,
Well, I ain't got no dog in the fight now, but I did almost go
So who
to
you gonna root
Indiana.
for? Who are you going to root for?
Indiana. What? I almost went to Indiana, man. I was almost a Hoosier.
No way.
Man, I was almost a Hoosier, man.
Can't make it up, right? Can't make it up.
Me
bro.
and Randall was almost teammates in college, man. I went to listen,
Dude.
If you take a trip to Bloomington,
You got to stop lying. It's not good for your soul.
what am I lying about now?
Because I can tell you got your live face on.
No, I
right?
don't.
Yeah, look at it.
Randall was the
I ain't even looking at
Randall
him right now,
was the
man. I don't
quarterback
even look
at Indiana
Yeah.
when I was recruited there. His twin brother was playing corner. I was gonna play corner. They was gonna actually let me beat Fred Woodson. I was gonna play wide receiver too. All right, so I was headed to the IU. I almost headed there, so I got to pull for IU.
That's what we're talking about today. Let's go on.
So you're rooting for Indiana, really?
Hoosiers.
So first off, I'm rooting for Miami, partially because
talking
Tana's
about.
my guy,
That's what I'm
right?
talking
But also because I think I really enjoy watching them play football.
I love that bang.
They got Bain, Akima Mesidor, they got the offensive linemen. Like they get downhill, they're nasty. They're
running back
physical.
running that rock too. I give them the props.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. And then Carson Beck, man.
Yeah.
I can't cheer for Carson
He-
Beck.
He managing it. That's all we need him to do.
He's so
Don't do
unlikable.
nothing special.
Why is he unlikable? Actually, he made some big time throws.
No,
on
he
the last
did,
drive,
especially
though.
that last drive.
You know, some people just got that thing about him.
Again.
I love Mendoza. Mendoza is likable. Like he had that free
You can't
spirit.
just hate nobody just to hate them.
Sometimes you can, man.
It's like a 10-point spread right now, right? So they really think Indiana's going to walk away with this thing?
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna be no 10-point spread. It's gonna be a field goal game.
Really? You think so?
It's the two best teams in college football.
mean,
Both can play defense.
I mean, Indiana looks...
No, they look good.
They a
good.
machine right now, but guess what? When you got them two defensive ends that Miami got, they gonna make that drop back passing game hard for them.
I know, but man, those guys are really good. But that offensive line for Indiana is
let me
probably
ask
the
you-
best group in the
How would
playoffs.
y'all feel
Yeah, they are.
now that these kids are playing? What this is Miami, 14 game or
Dude,
15?
That's a lot of games.
14 or 15.
14 or 15. How would y'all have felt? Like, I know we want to get to the championship,
Yeah, it's
but
different.
boy, playing 15
different.
games?
It's
And I
different.
think
in
about-
college and not having like it's one thing if that's your season, like
Yeah.
you're used to it. But when you're not used to it,
Yeah.
the only thing you can do is have a coach or two that psych yourself out and say, look, you want to go to the next level, that's how you got to go through it. So
And you got to have some depth. Like your second screen is important
Yeah.
if you're going to play 16, 15 games.
When I think about those guys from Miami that are going to get drafted, the couple guys from Indiana, like their off season's going to be
That long.
so short,
Yeah.
and they're going to pop into an 18-game season. Like that's a lot of
But
football.
I also think too, man, when it comes down to how things are done now on the college level, man, they don't practice like we practice. You know what I mean? They have
I
have
get
morning practices now because you can't be out there in the heat. Well, I'm talking
In
about for
Miami?
Miami. Yeah.
Yeah.
They got morning practices. They have so much other things going on. I was listening to one of the kids talking about where he didn't even leave. He don't leave the facility at times because he don't have classes.
Yeah.
So he said,
Yeah, because he probably already
yeah,
graduated.
he do everything. He go through his morning practice. He go eat, go chill out, come back, play video games in the locker room. They got so much stuff going on for themselves. It's almost like a pro atmosphere for them.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
And they just chill. So they gonna be well rested. But at the same time, too, man, you got one game. You know what I mean? You know, you look at it as 14, 15, it's one game.
Yeah.
One game left. And every week that they was trying to get to where they got to, it was one game, you know?
We going to see.
I'm
We'll
excited.
be watching.
We gon' see.
Maybe because it's different teams, but I've been this excited for a college football playoff in a while.
Yeah, I like
I'm just
the- I
excited
like
for
the
just for
different
the simple fact, man, that I feel like a little bit of what we saw growing up is back. You know what I mean? Not being biased because I'm a Hurricane, but it's something about the Hurricanes being in the talks of you know, college football. You know,
I know what
elites.
you're saying.
Yeah, yeah.
You
I
know what I'm saying?
you're
It's just something about it because it's not just our school. It's everybody that's from far and wide who's been Hurricane fans or who have been.
I know it's the
rooting for us.
aura that comes
Yeah,
with the Hurricane.
It comes
most
with it.
definitely.
So
like, I enjoy nothing more than watching Micah Irvin spank a garbage can
Dude,
after a game.
he is out of control.
I love him.
he lit,
Right?
he lit, man.
He
But
should be protected by all means necessary.
He's like rolling around on the
he ain't
field.
nobody but you all over again.
I enjoy him. His energy is infectious.
Yeah.
I love Micah Irvin. Listen, I just don't want him to spank one more garbage can.
Nah, he gonna spank it. Lay around for it.
See, y'all ain't got no characters like that at UCLA.
What? It didn't McMahon? Isn't he a UCLA guy?
Jim?
Yeah, one of the McMahons is a UCLA
Maybe
guy.
the wrestling one, but I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah, he's character for sure. I know he's BYU guy. Never mind. The guy
I
from
would say UCLA kind of bland. It's like potato salad with
We've had a
raisins
couple.
in.
I mean, what's his name? Freddie Mitchell, right?
Fast Freddy
Yeah,
Freddie Mitchell.
is an idiot.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Like Freddie Mitchell catch a 3-yard pass, son. get up and
You know,
give it
Freddie
to
Mitchell and AP friends. They went to school together.
Yeah, they went. There's
General manager.
All right, nice.
Yeah,
No, I love me some Freddie Mitchell. He's still in Philadelphia.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think it's time to pay some bills.
All right.
So I don't know. Do you want me to take one of these, or you guys?
I think the fans have spoken.
I think they have. I don't think they want me reading anything. So you
Yeah.
guys take it away.
All right, I'll do the big bear.
Big Bear.
Man. When the mission is critical and readiness matters, BigBear.ai delivers proven AI technology and expertise to help safeguard national security, critical infrastructure, DES, mission ready AI. BigBear.ai, official partner of the Washington Commanders.
So I got a question to the fans. Do you like that he's reading it in a soft voice like that, or do you like? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it that?
That's my choir voice. I used to sing in the choir, in my dad's choir.
Nope.
Till I got kicked
You
out.
told me your daddy used to kick you out the church.
I said it till I got kicked out.
So yeah, so it was but a second.
This little light of mine.
It's
I'm gonna
perfectly
let
out
it
of
shine.
out of tune.
All right, man. Let me pay these bills, man. Commander fans, your fandom just got an upgrade. Introducing the AAA Commanders MVP membership, where real fans get real perks and the same trusted AAA membership benefits. The new AAA Commanders membership provides the chance to win game tickets, access to VIP events and experiences, 15% off Commanders online pro shop, while providing peace of mind for Commander fans on the road. Already a AAA member?
I am.
Don't sit on the sideline. Upgrade your membership or join today at AAA.com/commanders.
Y'all see, I had to stop ad-libbing.
I know.
I had to stop
And-
giving them that young Jeezy to back
and
him
it's
up. I want him by himself.
it's really helped. It's really helped
Yeah, I
Ken out.
appreciate it, man.
He's done better.
Because you talking all that.
It's distracting.
That was just hate, man.
I'm trying to get you off your game.
Just like him coming to DC Prime and hating on the Hurricanes.
Yeah, hating on that.
That's unbelievable you did that, by the way.
You came right off the plane from Chicago. I'm here.
I'm diabolical. Like, you got to enjoy it, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
Dan Tanner was back there. He had like 14 FO mega old
Nah,
dudes
they was
back
just
there.
there. I just so happened to pull up and they was sitting in the area. I'm like, well,
I
I'm
was
watch
like,
the game.
I ain't know Tanner had joined the frat. He was back there stepping and everything. I was like, what the hell going on?
Damn lie, man.
DC Prime?
Dude, why this dude lie so much, though? I literally asked them, say, hey, can y'all hold the back area down for me? So Glenn was like, well, it's already reserved, but it's two. He said, how many seats you need? I like, it's just me and my guy, Jose. He's like, well, it's two chairs open. I get back there, a whole frat having a little meeting. I'm like, what's up, fellas? And y'all can turn the volume up. Yeah. And I know they was like, this motherfucker come back in and just
Who is this?
interrupt our meeting. And before you know it, they was watching the game too. It was two guys from Ole Miss.
Oh, really?
Sitting right there, yeah. So they was
misery.
you know what, cross. They sitting up there like this the whole time. Yes.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you really? They didn't tell me they was from Ole Miss
But
until they went to cheering.
Did they know who you were, by the way?
Yeah, they knew I was.
Yeah. Of course they did.
Definitely.
They know who you were?
Fred came in and broke the ice. Ain't said
Yeah.
hi. Just went to making everybody laugh.
Yeah, I
you
went
know.
to talking about him.
About them.
Yeah. The way
Dude, you do have a natural gift for that.
Yeah.
I don't like to give you props, but you have an excellent feel for that.
people. I
Yeah,
think people
you
are
are.
the easiest thing in the world. People can make people complicated, but people are simple. Huh?
Well, talking about people helping people. Let's talk about our new OC. That's David Blough for
Blough.
some actual Commanders
Blough.
news. Now you sat through all the Miami
Now
and all
this
Fred's
is-
nonsense, right? So he's a 30-year-old quarterback from Purdue. Played there from 2015 to 2018. He's the assistant quarterback coach here from 2024 to 2025. After Tavita left, they increased his responsibilities. And again, I'll read some of these other kind of things off about him in a second. Just starting off real high level. What are we thinking about David Blough? You excited for him? Kind of an exciting opportunity.
I am excited for the new edge, but I'm also excited that him and Jay already got a relationship.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He understands what he like and what he don't like. That new blood, the one thing about new blood is that, all right, here go the thing. If we would have got what we call a retread, somebody that been there, somebody that did that, they already have this certain DNA to what they offense is about.
Yeah.
What they do and what they don't do, what they like and what they don't like. Here's going to be kind of a la carte is I'm going to cater my thoughts and my scheme to my quarterback.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be the most important thing. Even though it's a new voice, it's a voice that he didn't heard before.
Yeah, I'm excited for the unknown. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know.
But nobody knows
what style of offense is going to be. We don't know. It's also a young voice. You're talking about a new voice. It's a young voice. You know, I think when you have a guy that's getting his first shot at it, he's going to be more responsible. He's going to hold himself accountable, knowing that, look, man, I've been here long enough to see and heard the whispers of what people want. And you can watch the league. It's a copycat league. Yeah. Now, if you have a brand, if you have a brand, meaning that you have a style of offense, a style of play, rather, meaning that you come from something that
you
this
off
is
the
how you play.
tree or something.
If you have that already, then boom, give it to us. Let us know how you're going to do things. But if you don't, if you say, you know what, I've been a couple of places and I've seen a lot of things work, he can now blend all that together. So I don't know. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I'm kind of looking at it like, I just jokingly told you, I can't wait till you break it down to us and tell us what it's going to look like. You know what I mean? Because you did such a good job as speaking offensive terminology and that language.
Not really.
I'm just excited. I can't stand a hater. I'm just excited, though, for the guy that just get a shot and knowing that we don't have to change the whole offense. Knowing that, Jaden, I thought the first thing I heard from when Cliff was going, Jaden wasn't happy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I don't know how true it was, but that's the first thing someone reported. So when you hear that, you're like, man, I don't want our quarterback just running, you know what I mean? And then sitting out there having to learn something new. So I'm all looking forward to it, man.
Yeah, and so you mentioned something there that I think is a really good point to bring up. He's a young guy, right?
Yeah.
And, Ted, you've played for Kyle here in 2010. He was a very young coordinator. You played for Sean for, I think, a year, right? Obviously very young. What was your experience with those guys, and how did they handle their youth in relation to the players? Because Sean, I remember, was younger than Cooley when he started coaching.
Well, Sean was 24 years old when he was my receiver coach.
Yep.
And I can tell right then and there he had the wrong job. I was like, oh, this dude need to be a coordinator or something. Because the way he's breaking it down to us, Sean was in the back of the room. He was the assistant receiver coach.
Yeah.
Keenan McCardell was the head guy. Yeah. But me and Keenan was learning a new offense together. He was the coach, but this is his first time in the system. And this is my first time as a player in the system. So Keenan was teaching us, and Sean was kind of giving us the verbiage in the back. And I'm like, Keenan, excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt, but what did you say? Mm-hmm. And I could tell Sean didn't really want that because he didn't want to step over. Keenan, he was like, no, I was just saying. And the way he broke that down, Keenan was like, yeah, man, if you got something to say it. And I'm like, and I remember leaving that meeting, and Sean was like, bro, thank you for doing that. Like, it took a lot. You know what I mean? Now I could kind of like,
let go and be
I
myself.
can share my, my insight. So with that little meeting alone told me that, oh, this guy has a bright future. And then fast forward, he left our room, went to y'all guys' room, and then he left that room and went to be a coordinator. The experience of him being a coordinator is just like what I'm seeing now. Mm-hmm. These guys, even when you watch Kyle Shanahan coach the game as a head coach, they know how to set things up from what they see is going on out there, and it's crazy because, like, we go into games and you say, this is what we went over this week. We can't go off of what we did last week. Those are already in the back of their head. Yeah. They coming into the game. I remember sitting in meetings with Kyle, and Kyle would go through the game plan, and he would tell RG specifically, like, hey, we ran this last time with Tanner. If this doesn't work, then we're going to hit this guy. Yeah. But he letting you know, I'm already thinking that they might have something for this because Tanner scored on this last time. Yeah. If it don't work, then we're going to do this. So even though it might not be in the game plan, they're thinking like, what are they going to do if we do this already? Yeah. And that's what I think young guys, I think the young, innovative, new minds of this league when it comes to coordinating, because you see so many of them now. All the teams have young head coaches, young coordinators, young creative coordinators, because they've been around. They understand the game ain't about you just writing something down and saying, blah, blah, blah. It's about finding the best mismatch. Yeah. And I think that's what they bring to the game right now. They're out there trying to find a way to outsmart you or out schemes you with their brain instead of just like, I'm going to go out here and run these plays.
And let my players beat you up.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's to me, I think it's deeper than that.
Yeah, I know. I think that's a great insight. Have you had any exposure with like young coordinators? I know you had some crossover with Mike Tomlin. Was that true?
Mike Tomlin was my coordinator. Last time he was coordinating.
He was very young, right, at the time?
Yeah, he was young because, come on, he'd been the Pittsburgh head coach for 20 years.
Yeah, and so I guess my question is like, so with offensive guys, there's a communication.
There's a youth connection there.
Yeah, an energy that comes across. And I think you do have to kind of establish a confidence defensively with.
It's the same thing because they're going to come with some new edge stuff that somebody else ain't running. They're going to add this wrinkle to something that's old. And the hardest thing, I think, when you promote it to a coordinator, it ain't the play calling because you got in your head. You know how to call plays. It's the clock management. Yeah. It's the other thing. It's the player management. Like, it's those things. Like, can I, in this chess move Tanner to a place where he can beat this guy that we know he can beat? Like, it's the small things to me. And so in my head, it's how fast does he get the clock management part down to me more than it is his play calling. Because I think if you're an offensive guy, you can call. Right now, I can put you as offensive coordinator. You can call plays. Like, you got a brain in your head, and it might be Shanahan's, but you're gonna lean on what worked for you. Yeah. And I think he's gonna do the same. And what I love about youthful coordinators, because they don't have a true DNA yet, they cherry pick.
Yeah, I was gonna say
they cherry pick from everybody's scheme, and they only care about what works. They don't care about me leaning against my tree. I'm going to go with what works.
Not even saying this guy wasn't well beyond being his youthful years, but I remember my first year here with Coach Gibbs. Coach Gibbs said, "Hey, screw what I've done. You know what I mean? I've already been here for a year. This is my second year." Time. No, he had been here for years, but I'm saying when I got here, he was already here. Yeah. So year 2 of him, his second stint, he was running the offense that he ran last year, and he's like, something ain't working. I got and when he saw that I can do different things, he's like, Tanner, come in here every day, 6 o'clock in the morning. I got something for you. And him, bro, all those guys, this is my first year here, so this was new to me. But at the same time, it was an experience I haven't had yet in this league, that a team was finna run their offense through me. Yeah. And they moved me around. They lined me up in the backfield. They lined me up at the tight end position. Like, they moved me around so many places, finding those mismatches. I'm running routes that the fullback and the damn H-back is running out the angle routes. And I'm running, what you call it, out and ups from the backfield, getting mismatches, getting a linebacker or making them bring a guy inside. And now we've been, so when you have coaches that's willing to say, this is what's working in our league, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna pull from what I'm seeing that we can take advantage of. I believe, and that was, like I said before, Coach Gibbs was much, had a lot of tread on those tires by this time. These younger guys, I think, do that more often than the coaches who are just sure about what they do. Yeah. And that's what I'm hoping that we can see in, David, just knowing that, hey, man, I've been around enough to know I played the game, and I've seen these other guys have success at doing this. Yeah. How about I pull some of this and use it for what I'm doing? And like I said before, we don't know what tree he's coming from. We don't know the tree yet. We're going to get a chance to find out.
Well, let's talk about where he comes from real quick, just so people can know. So he was in Detroit under Dan Campbell and Ben Johnson from 2019, 2020. That's as a player, right? He was a coach there, like I think on a GA or something in 2023. He was with the Arizona Cardinals in 2022. He also had some crossover with Kevin O'Connell, who's the offensive coordinator in Minnesota. So if you're just looking at those two, like Ben Johnson and Kevin O'Connell, obviously they're different. Yeah. But to me, they feel like
variations of the same thing.
They're variations of the same thing. Very Kyle Shanahan, Sean McVay, kind of West Coast, run Marys to the pass, play action shots on
more
first
under
down.
The center.
Right. And again, like when you look at, and this is talking about to Tana's point, this is why what made me think of it, is obviously Ben Johnson going to Chicago. Everyone thought, he's just going to bring his system and plop it down here. And there are principles there. Yeah. But when you look at how they're using Caleb Williams, it's a lot more pistol, less under center than it would be with Jared Goff. It's still a part of the offense.
Jared Goff needs that because he don't have the run element.
Correct. So I think like when you look at how he's tweaked it, right? Yeah. Look at the points that he's emphasizing. Like he emphasized Colson Loveland, who's a young tight end, Luther Burden, who's a young receiver, really right? And they've kind of found ways, to Tana's point, to speak to the playmakers that they have. And I think like that's what he's exposed to at a high level. Like one of the best quotes I've ever gotten from any coach. I was talking to someone at the Combine last year, and he was from the Kevin O'Connell tree. I said, how did you guys fix Sam Darnold? Like, how did you do it? And he said, you know what's really helpful? Is making sure the first guy is open. And so what are they doing in Chicago? we're going to make sure the first guy's got a good look.
Yeah.
It's really clean. And, you're going to have to read it out.
Yeah.
But we're going to do our damnedest to put that guy in a good position
that
to
he
win
wins.
this matchup
But
for
the
you.
run game in Chicago looks the same as it did
That
in
is
Detroit.
true. Yes.
But Swift and I can't even say the other back name.
Manungai.
They are running that thing downhill.
That Tater, huh?
And I think that's the thing that I'm maybe most excited for is I thought Cliff did a lot of good things. Formationally, stretching you guys out.
Yeah.
The run game was a classic spread run game, relatively simple. You're going to run weak side zone. You're going to run kind of the downhill duo stuff. You're going to run a little bit of pin pull. Partially because you don't have enough condensed formations to get enough hats to the surface, right? Mm-hmm. I'll be damned if that run game in Chicago, that run game in Detroit, isn't one of the more creative run games in the NFL.
Yes.
And talk about finding a quarterback an easy button.
Yeah.
If we can get an efficient run game.
Yeah.
That's everything. And it ain't just efficient run game. It's having the discipline to stay with the run game.
Yeah.
And it's also saying this run game is just as much as a part of our identity as everything else.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the key to taking the pressure off of your quarterback. I'm watching Josh Allen the other day, and I was like, for Superman to pull his cape on, actually, he was more Clark Kent to me. He felt more Brady-esque in the first couple of quarters. Just, I'm taking what you give me. I'm not finna try to go out here and win the game on one play. Like, I felt like that run game, which they didn't get a lot of yards, but it just took the pressure off.
But I think that's a good point. Like, so with some of the stuff that the Bills are doing, it's a lot of like RPO. He's got to do a lot of stuff at the line of scrimmage. Sometimes it's just easy to go up there, call a run in the huddle, hand that sucker off.
Yes.
Like, so let's say we get 60 plays, right? I run the ball 25 times with no little check with me's at the line of scrimmage. Those are not big decisions for the quarterback. Those are not high leverage moments for the quarterback. So now you can let the quarterback take more time and study these 25, 30 plays.
Yeah, then we're going to put it in there.
We got to win these opportunities. And so again, I think that'll be, again, we don't know what it's going to look like, but I just look at his tree and where he's from, right? And in terms of young offensive minds you want to be around, Ben Johnson's got to be at the top of the list. Kevin O'Connell's got to be. And then let's not ignore Cliff Kingsbury's influence here.
He was around Cliff.
Because the thing I think Cliff did and the offense does that he created is he gives the quarterback a lot of autonomy at the line of scrimmage, which is going to be important whoever comes in here. And the other thing is he's good at this matchup thing we just talked about. And the other element that I'd like to see them carry over is a little bit of the hurry up. Not a ton, but keep that as a vein of something
keep it as a weapon, but as a whole offense, I want them to slow it down.
I think also, too, just looking back at, this David being around Cliff for these last, 2 years.
Yeah.
I mean, he's seen that we had a success in offensively both years here. You know what I mean? Like that offense, I mean, you say what you want to say. It was successful. I said, we talked about this the other day. If you're getting 3 quarterbacks in there in the same year and we still can average 20-something points, a game, that's something that you want to be able to build on. You know what I mean? And that's what I say. So we don't know, how it's going to look or where it's going to come from, but I'm intrigued. I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm really excited too. And I think we kind of give a little background on Blau, like where he comes from.
Blau.
And I think now it's important to talk about Dan's kind of perspective here, because I think a lot of people were surprised by the decision because he is so young. He's never called plays, all those things. But I just
have nothing to do with it. Like either you promote him or somebody steals him.
So I'm glad you said that. Let's talk about that real quick. So Dan Quinn, when he was in Atlanta, okay? On his staff, the one that went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Kyle Shanahan, Matt LaFleur, Mike McDaniels.
Yeah.
When Kyle left, he could have elevated LaFleur. I think LaFleur was kind of borderline ready at the time.
Yeah.
Mike McDaniels, maybe a little bit farther away, but could have elevated him to maybe a coordinator position, run game coordinator, could have kept him in the building. He did not. They all left. He cites that as one of his biggest regrets of his career. Is not keeping young coaching talent in the building and maybe waiting.
Especially when you're a defensive head coach.
Right. And especially waiting a year to promote.
Yeah.
Like, maybe you got to deal with some growing pains, but
that's fine.
But you got talented people in the building. Like that's an important thing to make sure you keep around. And so I think it speaks to Dan's perspective. Like the names I just mentioned, Kyle Shanahan, Matt LaFleur, Mike McDaniel.
All head coaches.
All studs.
Yeah.
Really, really bright offensive dudes. If you are putting David Blough in that category, this decision is 1,000,000% correct.
Yeah. It's all about options too.
Yeah.
Like this just wasn't he's one of the few child geniuses out there that everybody's looking at.
And it's not like that he hasn't had opportunity. Like he was interviewing last year for a bunch of like quarterback coaching jobs, pass game coordinator jobs. You know, the Detroit Lions want to interview him this year. So people understand
who he is,
how talented he is. And so, again, if you're Dan, you think he's got it, keep him in the building and make sure you keep people around him that can help him with this process, I think.
When he tell you from the initial start of his coaching stint here that, hey, I'm bringing coaches here that if we just so happen to lose a coordinator, I want them guys to be able to fill that void.
I'm molding some guys right behind
He's doing what he said. You know what I mean? So
and so now let's get into, I think, what is maybe the most interesting, and it's like how you build, how David Blough can and maybe will build an offensive identity. And this to me is one of the most interesting things because most people come, like you said, they come with, like you call it, the baggage, right? They come in and they say, this is who we are. Right?
I come from this tree, so here go my principles, here go my basics.
Right, and so one of the things in building an offense, obviously I had to do this at the high school level, which is much different, but like, to me, it starts off with who, like fundamentally, who do we want to be? And some people say, oh, I want to be a run first team, I want to be this kind of drop. To me, it's even more fundamental than that. Like, it's like, what is the founding principle of the offense?
What's your identity?
Like, do we want to be physical?
Yeah.
Do we want to be a pass first? Like, that's the thing. And so once I've established that core foundation, so for me, let's just hypothetically, we want to be physical on first and second down. Okay, then it becomes, how do we do that? Then play selection needs to reflect that initial point, right?
Yeah.
Does that make sense, Tana?
Yeah.
And then as we build out, then I got my runs built out because we want to be physical. Then the play passes need to support in terms of formation and alignment and personnel. And then we just keep building that scaffolding out.
As a defensive player, it was always telling to me. The first thing when I'm studying a team, first thing I want to know is, what's the name of their scheme? All right, let's just say it's a West Coast. Right? Well, I know the West Coast principles. I know you're finna get the ball out. I know you all about yak. I know you're not finna full vertical me most of the time.
Shallow cross game.
Yeah, shallow cross. I'm finna be tested in a way that once you say, here go their identity, I already know how to play them.
Yeah.
I love it that he doesn't have a branding. Yeah. He doesn't come off and say, I am a spread offense. No, I'm whatever I need to be to beat you today. And I like offenses that adjust. I ain't all with the titles because the titles give guys like me a little edge.
But I do think there is an important process here, right? Because everyone says, oh, you could do anything. Yeah. But an offense that does anything isn't doing anything.
It does nothing great.
Yeah. So you need to be able to say, this is who we are. Yeah. This is how we're going to edit the plays around this, right? Because to me, one of the biggest parts of good play call, Kyle used to say this too, it's like, I had too much game plan in or not enough, right? Yeah. Like, where is that balance? A big point of that is like, does it abide by our core fundamental principle? Yeah. And if it does, then that play is in.
And I think too, just to kind of lean on what you just spoke of with Cal, like regardless of what we talk about that offense, how could we fanboy over it all?
Oh, y'all love it.
One thing you know that run game is where it all stems from.
Everything stems from.
The way they run the ball.
Yes.
Zone read game, right?
The zone running game.
The zone read.
It's outside zone. Like when we were here, it was an outside zone based team. Yeah. And so then all of your play pass look like outside zone. All of your keeper game looks like outside zone. And the thing this is how you know it's true. Yeah. It's part of who you are. I remember Chris Forrester, who was a big part of designing that run game, was like, we know how to block 18 force versus any pressure, any front, all the time. Yeah. Not only does the tight end fullback know what to do, the receiver knows what to do. Yeah. Like it's an 11-man thing. Yeah. It's not like, we'll get the receiver next time. It's like, no, the receiver is just as important as the center, just as important as the tight end, just as important as the quarterback with the ball fake. And when you have these principles that like for Kyle, the outside zone game, when you have those principles that establish your identity, you can invest time and resources because you believe in that fundamental founding point.
Most definitely. When you played Denver, when I first got into the league, you knew what you was playing. Yeah. They didn't want the biggest offensive lineman. They wanted offensive linemen that could get to the second level. They wanted faster offensive linemen. You knew when they finna run this zone scheme, it ain't no legit hold for the running back. He gets to choose the hold. Yeah. Like, people can say what they want to. When CP was in Denver, he was headed to a yellow jacket because that was a perfect scheme for him. Yeah. Let me find the crack. Let me find the crease. And then all the play action off of that. You talking about getting it from the fullback to the tight end to the wide out. Everybody got space out to their running game. it lays the foundation.
I could hear fans saying, like, why are we talking about Denver? It's because, like, that principle, that run first, and it's not run first, it's building it off the run game, is the same principle that Ben Johnson uses. It's the same principle that Kevin O'Connell uses.
Yes.
And again, Cliff is more like quick pass game to set up the run. It's a little bit different, but that is his perspective. And all I'm saying is that if you're David Blough, I need to be very clear about what that is because it's going to inform the rest of the offense.
Yeah, most definitely.
All right, I think that was a pretty good discussion about David Blough, the offense, what this is going to be, but it's time to pay some bills, and we're going to talk about some defense after this.
Defense, what really matters.
Let's get it. West Virginia.
Love this.
Rocky Road.
Huddle up, team. It's time to call a winter audible because when the temps drop, the real magic kicks off in West Virginia. Think trails that crunch like game day turf. Ski runs for every level of fan and cozy cabins that won't break your budget. Trade lifeline chaos for wide open slopes, hot cocoa breaks by crackling fires, and mountains dressed to impress. In a blanket of pure white. So good, Fred can't stand but hate. So grab your squad, pack your cold weather swag, and head to almost heaven in this winter, West Virginia.
That was good. I love that read.
Hey, I want to hate so bad. You gotta say something.
No, I don't.
Hey, it's killing them over there, you hear me?
How do you feel when you switch to Geico? Gee Willikers, and save on your car insurance. It's like finding a parking spot in front of that busy outdoor cafe where you're meeting some of your old friends from college and you're about to parallel park.
Old Miss, huh?
Man, this dude. Into an so tight spot. And then Logan and everyone in the cafe stops to watch and you nail it in one try like the parallel parking baller. You are. All right? Nobody clapped. That's fine.
That's fine.
But you know, they really wanted to. Yep. Switching to Geico and saving with Geico feels just like that. Get more with Geico.
Love it, Fred.
Just a note. Jason didn't want you to do that one slow. He didn't highlight it.
It didn't say speed. It didn't say speed on it. The one thing about reading out loud, you better read slow because that allows you not to fumble.
I know.
Yeah, you're right.
I have to read to my kids out loud at night. So sometimes I'm trying to like read as I was reading in my head.
Yeah.
But I found the slower I read, the better. Like you're just not messing stuff up.
It's just no mistakes to be made right there.
Not messing.
You know what's
stuff
funny about life? Like, because you hear this as a kid, you hear this all your life. The more you do something, the better you get at it.
Yeah.
And just think about it. If you were a guy that was just thrown out there and say, hey, read this in front of our team,
you'd be like,
you're going to stumble.
Oh, my
because
God.
it's not what you're used to doing.
Yeah.
And then if coach called you out every week to say, Logan, get up there and read in front of the team, by your third, fourth time, you're going to be a pro at it. So it's just like funny how listening to us, I can sit here and listen to us and just be like, well, damn, boy, we come a long way.
Yeah.
You know
Let them throw another sponsor in here. Be like, what, baloney?
Oh, gosh. That's a great point. All right. So now we're doing DC search in DC, powered by Big Bear AI, Mission Ready AI for a rapidly evolving world. Okay. So if you're a defensive coordinator and you want to come to DC, what makes this job attractive?
Come on over here.
What makes it attractive? Let me start out what makes it attractive. All right. I got some sprinkled in young talent mixed with a couple of yellow jackets. So I got education and I got some young youth in this room, all right? I got a mountain of a wall between my two D tackles right there. And guess what? All the people that got hurt during the year, they back, all right? So I got most of my starters back. And not only do I got most of my starters back, the guys that filled in for my starters now have starters time under their belt. Right? How deep am I really at safety? How deep am I really at edge? I have guys, good Lord. That's going to be the hardest thing about this roster is who to bring back, who not to bring back, considering some guys stepped up and played some great football while some guys was down. Yeah. So I got a mixture of everything I need, and between the draft and free agency, a couple of tweaks here and here, I can have a top defense in the league.
Yeah. I think two things to me. The first thing is Jaden Daniels. As a defensive coordinator,
okay. I want
a quarterback. I want to come to a team where I know I have a quarterback that's going to probably make my defense that much more
potent. Because we playing with the lead.
You see what I'm saying? He's going to always have us in a position to go out there and say, hey, now it's time to take over the game. You know, this guy's done enough. He's put us in a great situation by scoring the ball, running the ball, doing the things that he does special. Now we just got to go out there and do what we do. We give him the stops that we need. You remember how we used to play on, we played on some teams where the defense to be like, look, you know, if y'all gonna score that much, all we need to do is do this. You know what I mean? And that's what most defensive coordinators are looking for. They're looking for that quarterback, that Tom Brady, that Peyton Manning, that Drew Brees, that special quarterback. That all I need to do is come in here and do what I got to do because he's going to take the game over eventually, regardless. So, I mean, that's to me. And then the other one I said two things. Dan Quinn. I think Dan Quinn is the type of coach that I would love to coach under.
Yeah, you know let you do your
Especially
thing.
Knowing that he's a defensive mind, our minds together make us that much more greater. So one defensive coordinator, two defensive coordinator minds on the same team. If already Dan Quinn has shown you that his defensive style of play has proven to win games, bring what you can add to it to make us that much more better.
Yeah, absolutely. And Teddy took the words right out of my mouth. I think Dan Quinn is really appealing. I think Adam Peters is really appealing. Because, Fred, you did a great job kind of outlining the roster defensively. And, again, there's a lot of areas to improve. I think there's some pieces that you feel good about in terms of developmental roles. But you're going to get investment from Adam Peters. And there's no better person, at least to my eye right now, that does a good job of finding pieces that fit schematically what you're looking for. So he's going to go out and he's going to say, I want a defensive tackle. He's going to find somebody in free agency. Let's go. We need defensive end pass rusher. We're going to find someone in the draft. We're going to piecemeal this thing together and get that roster on the defense side of football significantly better. So those are things that if I'm a DC, I know I'm going to get support from the head coach. I know I'm going to get support from the personnel department. And those things are, I think, really important, again, for long-term success. And I think, Tana, I didn't even think about that from an offensive standpoint. But God bless. If we have a good offense, I'm going to look like a good defensive coordinator.
Most definitely.
So I think that's a really, really great point. Okay, so I think this next one is interesting because I think you could take it a bunch of different ways, and I'm curious to hear what you guys say. So obviously that's what makes DC attractive to a potential defensive coordinator. But what can we learn from Dan Quinn's history when it comes to what he's looking for when making this hire? I think about how he's changed from his time in Atlanta. In Atlanta, he wanted kind of young, energetic guys at both spots. He wasn't, at least when I was there with him, wasn't super concerned about the experience factor. I feel like he's learned from that a little bit.
And now he wants to
that's just my 1,000-foot view. Again,
I can see him wanting somebody that been there and done that on the defensive side.
And especially, we just talked about David Blough and how excited we are for him. But I don't know if I want to go young offensive coordinator
and then young defensive coordinator. No, I want somebody with some pelts on the wall. I want somebody that comes.
What did you say?
Pelts.
Oh, I thought he said something else. Yeah.
What I'm saying. He wants somebody that comes. You know how we said we wonder what Blau's identity going to be?
Yeah.
I think on defense, he wants somebody with a ready-made identity.
Agree. Yeah, I think
so if you a guy that blitz getting off the bus, so be it. That's who you are.
Yeah.
I want somebody that's already established there. Just example, I'm not guaranteeing nothing. If somebody like Raheem comes up, Coach Raheem, they've worked together. He knows their identity. He knows what Raheem likes to do. So it's synergy there.
Yeah, like Raheem, another name just to throw out is Jeff Ulbrich. Same thing. They've worked together a ton. They know each other's style. But also, Raheem is a established defensive mind.
Yes.
Jeff Ulbrich is an established defensive mind. And they've worked together. That, to me, feels like what you want to do. Someone who's
and I also think, too, that when you have so much experience in doing what we call, running defenses, being a head coach, if it's one thing that stood out about your defense over time that you feel like you just, no matter what you do, how good you are, can't get over that hump, you want to bring that guy in there as to say, take me over the hump in this area. Get me to where I'm trying to go. We got the defense. I have the mind. We can put our eyes together and be great, but take whatever you see I'm lacking, bring that in so I can be able to really sit back in, because I think that's one of the things that he mentioned last year or whenever he mentioned. I never heard him come out of his mouth, but I heard so many people report that he didn't want to be there. He didn't want to do that. He didn't want them responsibilities of running the defense while he's the head coach. And I understand that, because if I'm a guy that's an offensive mind and I'm a head coach, I don't want to have to go in there. Now, some guys love doing that. Some guys love putting that clipboard in front of their face and calling them plays again because they're hands-on. They want to see their offense flourish and be the offense that they know it can be. Dan, on the other hand, saying, look, man, I'm the head coach. My responsibility is to oversee everything and make sure it's going in the right direction. But I want to develop you to be the great defensive coordinator you could be. I want to develop you to be the best offensive mind and OC that you can be. And so with that being said, I would want him to go out there and find that guy that say, look, I can help you out if you need me be, but I want you to bring in your stuff. Mm-hmm. Bring in that stuff that's going to help. Whatever we didn't do well last year, be efficient in that area.
All right, here goes one thing about a great defensive coordinator. They make sure that all 11, all 25 understand that it ain't no separation between any of us. We can only coexist by working as one organism. Greg was very high on that.
Yeah.
It's 11 against 11.
Yeah.
All right? We tackle as a group. Like, he hated one-on-one tackles.
Mm-hmm.
All right? If he caught us one-on-one tackle, that means there's 10 other people over there watching this one person tackle. Just the basics, the laws of your defense. We're going to run to the ball relentlessly. We're going to play in the structure of the defense. If I call cover 2, it's cover 2. DBs, you part of the run front. Like, just the attention to detail and the relentlessness of chase. Like, this was his thing. We are chasers, all right? They catch the ball, we chasing. Good things only happen when you run to the ball. And I'm all about structured defense. Now, do we always have some guys that like to play what we call hero defense?
Yeah.
Like to play outside of the structure? Yeah, we do. But they don't work with guys like Greg.
Yeah.
He will take you out of there. One of his best players. He will put you on the bench because you're not doing what the other 11 doing. Mm-hmm. Like, we have to play as a group. I don't want to go out here with the X's and O's because everybody got X's and O's. I'm about theory. What's your defensive principles and what's your defensive theories? And the best coordinators always got more theories than they do X's and O's.
Yeah, I was going to say, just to add to that, from an offensive guy, what makes a great defense is the defense that no matter who you are offensively, you can't be who you want to be. Mm-hmm. No matter what you got.
We're going to take what you do great. We're going to take it away from you.
You going to change what you do because of what we do.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And I found that, man, when I played the
Are there any
Lane Clifford dad.
What's his name?
Yeah.
His dad.
Monty Kiffin.
Monty Kiffin.
Yeah.
What the guy name was in Chicago, like in 08, 09. Like, man, it was just, when I played some of these defenses, I just be like, man, we can't even be special what we do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They dictated how we played the ball game. And to me, I think that's what makes certain defensive coordinators great. You know what I mean? When, hey, you get off the bus, if you the greatest show on turf, not today.
Yeah.
Not today. You saw when I watched the Rams, as potent as they was back in them days when they was the greatest show, and Bruce didn't look like Bruce, and you saw them boys ducking.
When they played New England.
And you saw them boys.
Yeah.
That's what makes you a great defense. So that's what I want. I want to see one of those. I want to see a defense that say, no matter who we playing, you got to change up because of who you playing.
They remind me of that Tomlin defense I was a part of when we came back when I was a Minnesota Viking.
Get the hell out of here. We were passing that. I was freaking first down in the whole damn game.
You know, we had to go win that thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
But I was thinking about what you just said, Tana, and like just thinking about are there any modern defenses that do that? You know,
the Texans.
The Texans come to mind. Seattle comes to mind.
Oh, Seattle,
Minnesota comes to mind. And again, this is where I think it's interesting.
You said two teams that I know I saw this year, and you ain't lying. See, Minnesota and Seattle, boy.
No, and the Texans.
No, but I'm saying we didn't play the Texans.
Yeah,
but I'm saying just boy,
they gonna play their way, right, and force you to change.
And then to like piggyback on Fred's theory, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like Houston pressures the least of any team in the NFL, like in terms of blitzes.
Yeah.
They just are like, we're going to get after you with 4. We're going to play excellent coverage in the back end. That's their philosophy.
But they got the best duo of rush ends in the league.
Right, and then you go to Seattle. They do a little bit more pressure. They do that match coverage stuff a little bit more kind of innovative. Then you go to Flores, and it's like we're going to basically show you zero pressure all the time,
every play.
And so what I guess what I'm getting at here is like I agree with Fred in that like you want a guy who's got all 11 on the same page.
Yeah,
and the scheme is important, but the coaching and the detail of the scheme, because there's three different ones. Even Philadelphia, right? Yeah. Those 4 schemes, very different.
Yeah.
But they all work because the guys have bought in, they're executing at a high level, and they're playing physically and violent and in a way that forces them to dictate to offense.
Yeah.
As opposed to being passive. And to me, it's that I want a dude who's so detailed.
Mad scientist.
So confident in his vision that it's like he knows exactly what he wants to be all the time. Like when I talk to Fletch about like defense and run fits, like when I see that look in his eye, that's like this is how it should be done. Yeah. That confidence that's gonna matriculate down to the players. I think that's really important.
Yeah, most definitely. You gotta think about it. All them Dick LeBeau defenses. All right? You knew when you got off the bus, they finna run 3-4, they finna blitz you, and you got to throw hot. Yeah. All right? Well, all great coordinators know the weakness of their defense. And when we play this defense over and over again, we as players learn they only going to attack us here. Yeah. This is the only thing. Okay, because we blitz so much, we going to get screens and draws. Yeah. All right? Like, so it's always a cause and effect to your defense.
It's so funny. I was talking to a defensive person about Minnesota's defense.
Yeah.
And they were like, one of the things that makes them fun is they know exactly where they're weak. They know exactly how
you got to know where your weakness is.
They're like, they're going to try and hit screens, quick outs, hitches, quick game.
That's it.
And so we're going to defend that because that's what we know teams are going to try and do.
Yeah. But the other stuff, we got you. We got that already.
Right.
So it's about, as a defense, I never bend to your offense. I make you bend to me.
Yep.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's what we're looking for defensive coordinator. At least that's what we think. Now let's get into that third break. Let's pay some bills.
Bills.
That's on you,
U.S. Yeah, the U.S. Army. They say your work defines who you are. Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, you're clocking in. What happens on the weekend, Fred? What happens on the weekend? What happens to your time? You could take it easy like Fred does, or you could use that time to get better like Santana does.
Potty.
In the U.S. Army, we think differently. Your time should be used to improve the skills you do have, to learn some you don't, to push yourself in new ways because it's those days that truly define who you are. That's how you make progress. That's how you make an impact on the world around you. It's your time. How you spend it's up to you. It's your time. The U.S. Army Reserve. Hoorah. All right. So now we got Would You Rather developed new segment for us.
All right, let's do it.
All right. So this is also brought to you by the U.S. Army. Be tested, but not just on paper. Be strong and more than muscle. Be courageous and supported by a mighty team. Be all you can be. Visit GoArmy.com to learn more.
I'm glad you read to your kids before they go to sleep because I almost went to sleep myself.
I know. I got a soothing voice, right? Just nice. Like, relax. Here, get in here.
Tana, I'm on Black Matter. I'm over
Tana,
here like,
you have cussed more this podcast than I can remember in recent history. Like, Jason is going to have his work cut out.
Stay true to who you are.
Listen, he's potty mouth. Just filthy.
Okay.
I be holding back, but, you know, I'm just like, that's what we got Jason here for. Do your job, Jay.
And so, would you rather developed by Amanda, intern Amanda?
All right.
Thanks, Amanda. Right. Okay. So this is would you rather, okay? Because this is based like on the new playoffs. Playoffs have been fun this year.
No, the college playoffs has been fun. The only thing we missed
is NFL playoffs have been fun.
No, the NFL playoff has been out of this world. Yeah. Like it could be the best, and I was shocked because the usual suspects ain't there.
Yeah.
The Lamar Jacksons, the Joe Burrows, like the Patty Mahomes. So you like, I don't know what to expect. I tell you what to expect.
Good football.
Great football. That's what you expect.
All right, so she kind of has some would you rathers based on that environment. Okay, so would you rather a heart attack win versus a blowout win? Now I have two different answers for this. Mm-hmm. As a player, I want a blowout win. I want to win by 1,000 points.
Not me.
I want to take my pads off in the fourth quarter and be walking around.
I want that dagger. I want that.
No, but I'm saying if I'm a fan, though.
No. If I'm a player, it ain't nothing like getting that pick to end that game and then looking up to the fans in there. Like, because the game was so tight. You want the drama. Yeah. Like, that's what make a good show. Drama.
So you're worried about the show. I'm worried about the win, man.
No, you already said we're going to win. It's tight. Is it going to be a blowout? I want it tight because I want that fan base to feel the pain. Yeah. I want that fan base.
The opponent fan base or the home fan base.
No, I want our fan base to celebrate because they celebrate more when we win it at the end.
It is true.
Now, the other team, they hurt a lot. Like, when we blow somebody out, the other team, like, man, we ain't have a chance. But when we lost that thing by one field goal, they like, we had, like, because you was right there. You was right there. You could be going easily to the next round of the playoffs with like the rest of us, but you missed the kick.
This is the most on-brand answer for Fred, by the way. I'm curious. So I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah.
I knew it. I'm a little interested to hear what Tana's got to say.
Well, me, I just want to win. I care less about
But you're getting to win either way.
the dagger or the look. I'm okay with them both. As a
Tana
player,
answer.
That's such a
as a
true
player,
Santana answer.
Now, as a guy that's watching it, hell nah, beat them comfortably, so I can sit there and not be sitting there picking my brain. I hate it because we sitting there, bro. I cannot tell you how nerve-wracking it is to leave in the fourth quarter of a game from sitting in the booth, knowing I got to go down and do this post-game show, and you're up.
Yeah.
And by the time you walk downstairs, it's a nail biter, and they got the ball, and they just score, and now you have to go back down. I saw that time after time after time. So I don't want
Which game did y'all enjoy more last year? The Cincinnati Bengal game? The Chicago Bears game?
Bro,
I think they're both pretty good.
The Cincy game was to me. The Cincy game was like a,
back and forth.
Yeah.
So this is what I'd say.
Chicago, I was like, bro, we could have been won this game. This game should be over.
To me, Chicago I was more irritated because I was like, we're not playing as well as we can. When we played Cincinnati, I was like, oh, we're dinking, dunking, big play. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I felt.
No, Chicago, I was like, it's going to the end. All right? And as we sit there and watched it unfold, nothing like when that ball left Jedi hand.
Yeah, hell no.
As I looked up there,
hell no.
You start hearing that music.
You a lie.
Dum, 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 dum,
Nah, you a lie.
That ball was spinning slow. I see people in the crowd looking up. I see everybody. And all I see is hell no.
You say that.
That thing erupted.
You say that now because we won.
That's what I'm saying.
If it would have bounced the other way, you'd be like, I'm so
but
pissed.
boy, that hell no. That thing, I felt the city shaking.
Yeah.
Like under my feet, the whole DMV shaking. You know how many people jumping up in their living room? I seen people kicking the TV. It was all kind of things. I'm gonna tell you how emotional crunk it was.
Emotional
And it happened.
crunk.
Yeah, because it happened this year. One team went that way, the other team went. It was season destroying.
Yeah.
Right? That's what a last minute win does. It blows up your whole season.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. All right, next one. Would you rather Cinderella / underdog playoff story or top seed with high expectations going to the playoffs? Like so to me, like I always enjoy.
I want to be the underdog.
Do you?
I think that top seed, but it's a lot of pressure, boy.
That is true.
It's a lot of pressure because you top seed, they expecting you to go out there and be the top seed.
Beat every team.
Yes. The underdog, they don't know. They just, they here. Let's see what they got.
The underdog is scary. We got nothing to lose.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't supposed to be here.
Yeah.
All right? So we gonna come here and beat you.
I'd rather be the underdog.
Yeah, I like to be the underdog myself.
I'd rather be the one that people, come in there beating their chest about. Like, yeah, we finna run over these dudes and surprise, surprise, surprise.
Whooped them.
That was like what game was that? That was like with Heineke versus Tom Brady.
Nah, that was like us going to Detroit last year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Going
we
to
walked
Detroit.
in there and they told us basically, hey, well, good luck, good year. Good nice seeing y'all today, but y'all finna be going home with an L.
Yeah.
And when we was walking out of that thing to do a post-game show, take them shades off. Y'all don't wear those shades. We wear those shades here. I'm like, y'all just was telling us how good of a year we had. Now y'all mad.
We went to
was too
Motown
confident.
and ripped gold records off the wall, kicked every forward we seen. I enjoyed it. All right? Yeah, underdog. What about you, overdog or underdog?
So I like so for example, like I like when a team's dominant.
Yeah.
Like part of me really liked. I know this is like blasphemy.
Yeah.
I liked when the Patriots are really good year on year.
Oh.
Because I just like
Yeah,
that's.
look at the face.
But let me finish because like I just like watching dominant performances. Now I also like when teams are like the 7th seed and they run it through in the playoffs. Like I like both. Like I think about it from a boxing standpoint. Like I like when a dude is killing it in boxing.
So you loved Mike Tyson in his
Dude,
prime.
I loved it. I love the new guy.
So you love Floyd Mayweather when he was kicking behind every.
Yeah,
Man, I did not like Floyd, 'cause
though
that's
at the end-
defensive fighting.
Even though at the end he was kind of like I felt like he was.
It's a difference between Pretty Boy Mayweather and Money Mayweather.
Yeah.
But like I like when dudes are just on it and you're the best in the world at something. I get super stoked. for that.
Overdog was this. I enjoyed watching Anthony Joshua beat up Logan Paul.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
We knew he didn't have a chance. When they did the face-to-face, I was like, I think this is a good idea.
I love it when you're good. I love it to be a good team, but people still want to disrespect you, like not give you your full credit.
Yeah.
I like the Crawford story.
So
everybody knew Crawford was good, but they was disrespecting him as in how good he was.
Yeah, they did the same thing with Roach.
Or does it add up to being in the ranks of these other elites? And he went out and showed them. So I like that story.
So I kind of apply that same thing to football. Every year, Tom Brady's cooked. He's got no more juice.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning, and they can just find a way to get that done
to win.
I just because everyone is doubting them. Everyone's a hater, and the only people that believe are those 53 guys in the locker room.
Yeah.
But once you win enough, you become the hated.
That's what I'm saying.
They're just like Kansas City. They was darlings at first.
know.
But then they won too much and everybody like, man, I'm just tired.
Yeah.
They're just like Alabama football. Nobody feels sorry for Alabama football.
See, me though, like I really like that you can maintain that level of excellence for long periods of time. You know, I think
I like that too.
There's something to that. You know what I'm saying? Like when the U was really good, like everyone want to be a hater, but I'm like, how do you keep recruiting guys? How do you keep coaching these guys?
Winning.
Finding playmakers, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
What about the M? Mistake. The M. What about the M? I'm just asking. I'm just asking, man.
Damn well y'all don't call yourself the M.
Then we out of M.
Oh my God.
All right.
Boy, hate so much he didn't want to be a part of it.
You want to be a part of that so bad.
What about the M?
All I'm saying, the M is one of the best schools out there right now.
So that would be an underdog story. Like if they came in and then they beat. They started winning games and playing good football. I'd be like, go Mississippi. That's what I feel.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. What school had more All-Pros in the league right now?
Then who? Of who?
The M, UCLA. The M, UCLA, and the U.
All pros?
All pros?
All pros.
That's in the league now or
in the league now.
In
the league now.
You got to be like,
y'all probably just caught up.
Jeffrey Simmons? What?
One guy? One.
Y'all ain't got names.
Chris Jones? Huh?
I don't think Chris might be second team, but I don't think he made it this year.
What school got more Hall of Famers?
UCLA,
The M,
obviously.
Boy, please.
All right, let's wrap this up real quick. Okay,
my
postseason win in a snow game versus a loss in a great weather game. The reason we bring this up is because it looks like there's going to be some weather in Chicago this weekend.
I want to build a snowman. All right? It ain't nothing like playing. When I see snow on the forecast, the receivers can't run.
But yeah. So like to me, a win's a win.
Yeah.
Like hail, lightning, let's win the game.
But there's something about that snow. That snow is like the grass ain't hard. Like every time you fall, it's a softer fall.
Okay, I will say this: if it's a good snow game, so it's like 26 degrees, you're getting good snowfall, it's not wet. Like those are the best. Right?
Just you feel like a child again.
Those are the best.
Yeah.
The worst ones are when it's like sleeting and it's like freezing rain.
Ours like monsooning.
Yeah,
like it's terrible. It's terrible. Like I played in the game my rookie year in Denver. It monsooned the first quarter. It got just butt cold the second quarter, and it snowed the second half. After the sun was up, when we made it to Denver, the sun was up. Right? I got a whole year's worth of weather.
That's a hard place to play, by
And
the way.
one game,
In monsoon in the first quarter, it was butt cold in the second quarter.
you know when it butt cold,
And it snowed in the second half. Bro, what the hell?
I'm telling you, man. I was playing against Rod Smith, and Rod Smith like, youngster, you can't handle this weather,
Hey, man.
And listen, because you know it's a mile high in the air. So imagine me playing a cold game because you know
It's dry.
It's just dry as all outdoors. I was like, I don't know what my body going through right now.
Yeah, I will say like
That boy said, you know you play a mile high in the air. Dude, what the hell you Let me get Fred from, man.
But yeah, Denver's tough to play.
Man, it's a tough place to play it, man. Like, listen, when I got off the plane and my lips were white, I was like, what's going on?
I can't with you guys. God dang. All right. So
Butt cold in the second quarter. I'm like, butt cold? What the hell is that?
You know when you out there and you can't stop shivering. It's hard out there, man.
My
Listen,
God,
all right. Y'all must ain't played in Green Bay in like in the last game of the year like I have.
oh my gosh. So Tana, would you like to win?
So I don't like no conditions. Give me the dome.
He from Miami. me, man.
Put me in a dome.
But I'm saying, I know you're going to say that. But if you win in a bad weather game,
I can't even think.
I think maybe that's what we call the show. All right. Thanks for watching. Please make sure you like and subscribe wherever you get your podcast. And that's it.
That part.
But cold.
Oh, man.
The Command Center podcast was filmed at the Big Bear AI Command Center studio. Big Bear AI offers mission-ready AI for a rapidly evolving world, proudly protecting the Washington Commanders and its fans.